My favorite basketball shoe over what feels like 2 years, which might be, right?
That's how long 2020 was.
We're still in it. I think so. But anyways, my favorite basketball shoe over the last year and a half has just simply been the Puma Clyde, or what are they called? All Pro. The Puma Clyde All Pro. This is not a Puma Clyde. This is the next version of it though. They don't actually have Clyde's name in there. It's the Fusion Nitro Spectra. Ooh. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look on these potential bad boys right here. These things are crazy. I am so excited to play in these, although I still, just from a try-on, think that these are way better, but that's just from a try-on. They could change my mind because when I tried these on for the first time, it was the first colorway, that white one. I was like, I don't really think these are gonna be anything. They turned out to be my favorite shoe, and I refuse to wear anything else. Every time I go to play, I'm playing in these, which is very weird. I don't care about the Giannis. I don't care about the GT runs. Just wanna play in these.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
These right here, I'm hoping change my mind once I get them on court. Fingers crossed. But with all that being said, let's take a detailed look at them, shall we? So the first thing that I noticed when I pulled them out of the box is that they are way heavier than the other ones. I don't know if that's from the midsole, but they do feel bottom heavy, so keep that in mind. When you put them on feet though, you don't feel it at all. You just feel comfort, like extreme comfort. This is what I'm trying to say, like with Puma. Like Puma, you guys can do this. Like you can, just do it. What, no? I can't just say that? Why not? I was gonna say take a play out of Nike's book and just f***ing do it. They're going after Nike, aren't they? That's the goal, is to compete.
I guess so.
Okay, then just do it. All right. That slogan works across anything. But anyways, these things are just mad comfortable, so I would not put out a shoe if it wasn't this comfortable, if I was Puma. Like after that Clyde court shoe, they followed it up with a handful of other shoes where I was like, no, just this one. So if you can't make them this level of comfort for both of these guys, don't do it. Just don't. The outsole though is one of the weirder things. This rubber compound feels way different than what they've been using. This stuff is more along the lines of what we've gotten used to over the years with Puma since they re-entered the basketball space. But this one feels way more tackier, even though this is extremely grippy. Like I've been using these on some shitty ass floors when I finally get a chance to go inside. These things grip everything. I can't believe it. But yeah, this one right here, not only does it feel like a different compound, but the tread itself is mad thin. Like this feels like it's gonna be great indoors. I don't think it's gonna be as good as these have been outdoors. My white pair, that original colorway, I still wear those outdoors. They are ground down on like my high wear areas, but there's still plenty of life left in those things. I could probably still wear them for another year. This one, I'm not sure if they'll even last that long. This is some really thin, like the grooves are thin, man. You can hear that? Yeah, it's that thin. So yeah, I think that this might be a great sticky option inside. I probably wouldn't play with them outside unless that's your only option. And even then, if you do, just bear in mind, you're probably gonna burn through these really fast. Now the cushion is Puma's Nitro cushion, which I believe they've done on their running shoes, right?
I was gonna bring that up.
Okay.
About how Puma has again, with all of their extra words, confused me. Because when I first saw these, I thought they were actually either in the running family or they were like a weightlifting shoe.
Okay.
I did not think that they were the next
Basketball shoe.
Yes.
All right. So they do use the Nitro name.
I believe you and Drew did.
Oh, that was, okay. So, and those shoes are, the Nitro term is for the nitrogen stuff, right? Because those are kind of like that Skechers Burst, super critical, like whatever that the nitrogen foam, okay? That's what that stuff is. This is not that. This feels like an EVA, but it also feels like a really bouncy polyurethane, which is why I think that they're so bottom heavy. Polyurethane is a heavier foam. A lot of people like instantly hear polyurethane, they're like, oh, it's gonna be a brick like Jordan Retros, right? Just like EVA or Phylon or whatever you wanna call it, polyurethane can have a lot of different blends. So like you can tweak it up or down to make it more durable, which is what they do with the Retros because they're more like lifestyle based now. Or you can make it fluffier, which is what the original Air Jordans were, which is why you see them crumbling because they made them fluffier, more open cell, so they feel a lot better on foot, but they don't last as long. So I'm not saying that this is polyurethane, I'm just saying that that's how it kind of feels. It's like very dense, but it feels like very bouncy and very stable at the same time. They do share the little P-backs thing that's in here, the little puck. This one is way smaller. It's not only smaller like in actual size, but thickness as well. I only have one picture from the place that like ripped the shoes apart and they showed what it is. They look like the midsole inside the shoe. Looks like the Kobe's, the 11s. That was the one with the drop-ins. They had like the hex cutouts and stuff, so they like flex more. That's in the forefoot here, which is really weird. And then the heel area has this Pebax puck, but it's underneath your foot instead of bottom loaded. So I think that the most comfort that you're feeling is from the actual midsole foam this time around, which is awesome, because if they could use, like if they did this on the Dreamer, man, that would be a crazy good shoe. If they did this on that shoe that Mello has been wearing, but is not his actual shoe, I can't remember the name of the damn thing, but like.
Is he not with Jordan Brand anymore?
LaMelo.
Oh, okay.
Not Carmelo. Different Mello. So he was wearing this one weird shoe for a little bit, and he got like PE colorways and stuff, and they feel like, you know, it's like, well, why would I wear this if I could wear this? So if this is not like the way that his signature feels, you know, because I feel like the signature at the very least should get the best. But yeah, this stuff right here, cushion-wise, feels awesome, feels different than these two. These feel, I don't know how to explain it. This feels like a Kobe. Like it feels like the drop-ins, okay? Like where you're low, but you got enough cushion. This feels like a Kobe on steroids. Like if you never knew what a Kobe felt like with cushion, this is it.
Shut up and take my money.
I do think that this little rubber thing is cool. It's a little excessive. It's probably where a lot of the weight comes from, but I really like it because it reminds me of Jordans. I love the Air Jordan stuff. I love the Air Jordan line. I love Air Jordan himself, or Michael Jordan, whatever you want to call him. And this right here reminds me a little bit of the 3, not this particular section. I just like the way that it looks, but this little back tab right there. It's a little actual tab. It's sick. This is all the heel counter though, so heel stability and all that kind of good stuff. Now the upper on these is where I'm not really loving, like compared to this one, okay? I didn't love this when I first tried it on. I thought it was real stiff, kind of crispy, because this guy right here actually has carbon threads throughout the upper. It's that Matrix Evo build, so it's kind of like a jacquard, where it's a really tight textile, but then some of the fibers are very strong, being the carbon stuff. This is different. This is a straight up knit. I can't remember where they've done this before, but I've worn shoes like this. I can't remember.
Any of the Hardens?
Oh, maybe that was it. But there's other ones too, but like still. So it reminds me of that, where it's like super stretchy, especially down the tongue, but they put this weird, I don't know what this is. Like, have you ever used shrink tube? I used to do like a lot of construction stuff. So
The stuff you put around Easter eggs if you're like super extra?
I don't know about that.
They're the plastic sleeves that you heat up with a blow dryer.
Yes.
Okay.
But shrink tube is for electrical work, when you're like fixing wires.
Is it like
Or-
Shrinky Dinks too?
Sure, I don't know.
Where
Is
you
that-
can color them and then they shrink in the oven?
No, those are plastic. those are hard. I remember those. Those were cool. Man, shrinky dinks.
That's what they're called, right?
That's from the 80s. I remember that shrinky dinks. Do you remember shrinky dinks? It took me a second. As soon as it hit the memory banks, it was like a movie. Anyways, whatever this is, it's a very thin coat of some kind of plastic, and it's like heat welded onto the upper. It's going to reduce a lot of the stretch that the knit would have. It's also going to reduce all of the potential ventilation that it had, okay? These might be hot boxes. It reminds me a little bit of the Clutch Fit Drive, the original one from Under Armour, where it's that rubbery kind of material. So I don't love this. It also feels extremely tight, like suffocating on your foot. I'm so far liking this one a little bit more, but they do still have the same tongue. I don't know if that counts for anything, but they do. And then again, this midfoot section right here, what they call the instep, that area is super stretchy. So if you have a high instep, they should be able to accommodate it a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. One of the weirdest things though, the lacing.
Oh yeah.
They like missed like half the shoe.
That's because they got a stretchy thing.
I think it's so weird. It scares me a little bit. And I know that I've played in shoes like the Next Levels and stuff like that, were completely laceless. So if this is like that, this is gonna be awesome. But the visual of it scares the f out of me. I'm like, why did you miss half the shoe for no reason? Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. However, like I was saying before, that whatever the field is, what would you, that's not me. Even though it is me, but like it's not me.
Yeah, it's weird. I was expecting it. Sometimes when they put a lot of that kind of material on, the shoes will smell like Band-Aids, like Under Armour with their skin.
Yeah, that plasticky stuff.
Yeah, so.
It feels almost like vinyl, but it's not. It's something that they adhered, because you could see
It's soft.
Yeah, you can see the knit right underneath it. So like it's just, I don't know what this is, but this is like really weird. But that you can feel it like kind of like really hugging your toes. So, you know, some people might not like that. Some people might. I went true to size. I think that they fit perfectly, especially in the heel. Like this area is slightly taller than the other one. It just feels really nice back there. Obviously a lot of compression, so you've got that snug fit. I think that that's needed because of the missing laces.
Yeah.
So I would go true to size just right off the bat. I wouldn't go up half a size. Some shoes just not made for everybody. This could be one of those shoes where a wide footer is like, yo, I can't this.
I bet you these are gonna like yellow weird because of your sweat getting trapped.
That's what I feel like about like the Jordan 36 even, like where there's like some parts of it where I'm just like, you know, that's not gonna age well because I have my 34s and they're yellow and they're not even that old. And they're just disgusting just because of my sweat, the dirt.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let me know what you think about these down below in the comment section. They're having a hard time rolling them out, so be patient. I had to buy these from an overseas shop. It took me like 3 weeks just to get them in.
They've been stuck on a boat somewhere.
They're lost somewhere. There's, you know, something due to, you know, the current state of the world. These are just very slow to be received at Puma, like their distribution center. They only had select sizes on their actual like Puma.com. And like I said, like places overseas got them already. So that's where I got mine from and I had to wait a long time. Like it was like 2 weeks before I got a shipping notification.
Wow.
So yeah, so just be patient or try to get them online. I did get them for retail from a place that will sell them and then ship them overseas. So that's an option. But again, let me know what you think about these down below in the comment section. If you played in them already, feel free to give me a breakdown. I'd love to hear your thoughts, especially if you played in these too. Like if you can compare, that would be dope. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, guys, have a good one.